The Mercedes slowed around the grand driveway, stopping in front of the huge manor. The Casa del Saveso was a remarkable nod to history and grand architecture, and a buzz thrilled through me every time I came here. One of Colton's boys, Philip, opened my door. He offered a polite smile before bowing his head. "Good evening, sir." I nodded my acknowledgement and stepped out of the car. I straightened my jacket and ran my hand through my hair. A touch of gray flecked at my temples, but the brown mostly matched my eyes. It was otherwise short and tidy, impeccably neat, like everything in my life. Structured, organized, understated but distinguished. I glanced up at the huge stone building, the windows glowing warm and inviting, and I walked to the door, knowing Levin would follow. Without prompting, without even a look, he read my cues. The perfect submissive. My perfect submissive. Levin had been in my care for 2 years. He had dark hair, blue eyes, and fair skin that flushed beautifully when he laughed and when he orgasmed. Other doms would probably say I was too lenient on the boy or I spoiled him, but Levin was different. He was smart, sometimes a little cheeky, warm and kind, and completely insatiable. He had been chosen for me by Colton. Colton, my old master, my master still, had an uncanny ability to choose the perfect partner. Dominant to submissive, Master Colton had a gift for forging bonds between pairings. As far as I knew, he'd never failed. I hadn't been Colton's sub for nearly a decade. He taught me everything I know. I had no obligation to fall to my knees in front of him, but I would. No matter how long it had been since he called me his sub, he would always be my master. Even though I'd been a master in my own right for 10 years, we would still meet regularly and talk over coffee. At least every 6 weeks, not including play sessions. He was my mentor, my advisor, but I'd like to think he was also my friend. We'd discuss the trials and tribulations of being a master, of having the responsibility of subs, the latest goings-on in this dominion, and in the other dominions in other countries. This dominion I was part of, like all dominions in the Sanctus, had 3 grand masters, Jurg, Valente, and Colton. Each had a specialty, an area of expertise. All 3 were exceptional men. With traditions spanning centuries and unimaginable wealth, the Sanctus was an exclusive elite community, and one I was honored to be part of. Each member was chosen with a specific purpose, mine being medicine, ensuring the Dominion remained self-sufficient. We didn't have to look outside of our own Dominion for expertise. Real estate, stock markets, even our mechanics and house cleaners were all part of the Dominion. There were rules. Many rules, but none more important than the first. Silence. Keep the secret. As I approached the huge wooden front doors to Master Colton's manor, I knew Levin was following. I could hear his quiet footfalls 2 steps behind me. I didn't have to turn around to know he'd be walking with his head slightly bowed, his shoulders squared, and his hands clasped behind his back. Master Colton was right. Levin was perfect for me. He read me, as I did him. He was dedicated and willing, his submission to me a true gift. Colton had matched other doms perfectly with their subs, which was why I was surprised he called me, requesting to see me urgently. He'd gotten one wrong, he'd said. He needed me to come. It was a matter of importance, he'd said. Bring Levin, he told me, which was why we were here. The doors opened before me, and we stepped inside. The marble foyer was impressive, as was the entire estate. Stefan, Colton's first sub, a pretty dark-haired boy, greeted us with a nod.